we are out here in Orlando, Florida in the Citrus Bowl getting ready for a huge lineup of 6 trucks on this huge St. Louis J-Hook style racing course in the Citrus Bowl. Hi, I'm Trevor, joined with my good friend Jack for this huge racing event.
You can take a look at our racing bracket here. We got 2 trucks that are going to start in the semifinal round. Avenger takes on Goldberg and Tropical Thunder takes on Wrenchhead.com. Mr. Destruction's here in the back, but we're not sure if he's going to be here for racing. But I mean, if there's going to be an award for the course of the season, I think this is going to be it right here, Trevor.
Well, I mean, these guys have a huge track to work with tonight, and it's very complicated. Like I said, it's the St. Louis J-Hook style racing.
And you'll see how it looks when they hit this course, because it's going to be hard to explain. You see these rolling hills right here, the cars on the left, they're going to alternate between those two. And we'll see it as they get started here in the racing competition.
It's definitely going to be excited. Here's the full-on.
Executioner still the leader of the pack. Leader in the point series. Can he hold it together here in Orlando? We'll see.
And making his debut in the Avenger is Trevor Alston. A brand new set of wheels here tonight.
That's a mean-looking truck. That S10 looks great. And we're going to see it in action right here going against Cora Solera, the master of disaster here in the long game.
As we just said, Avenger making his debut. He's definitely going to have to put down a good impression here. As in Blue Thunder, Trevor got the racing and freestyle tie with Jack and Mr. Destruction last weekend.
And he won't have to worry about Mr. Destruction in the racing here, but freestyle I think he will. But we'll see what he does against Goldberg. It's going to be a heck of a race, I'm sure. You see both trucks starting here. It's just like a J-Hook. They start at the end of the track. Come into this first turn, they're going to go over those rolling hills. Then when they come back around, they'll go against the cars.
And on 2 wheels for Goldberg, and he's over.
Goldberg has rolled it. Cora, I mean, I maybe it was an omen, maybe it was a little bit of a jinx, but they're a wild racer. They're a wild performer. I think they're going to drive up the track now.
Goldberg this season so far has just not had the greatest luck so far.
No, but Avenger, that's a great showing for that truck for sure. I mean, he's real tight around those turns, as we see here in the replay.
Avenger making a great debut, pulling the round 1 win against Goldberg and Cora Solera. So you can see they're getting on 2 tires. Truck must have just gripped a little bit too much. That suspension setup may just be too soft for him.
And these turns are real tight too. I mean, let's not make it seem like this is a real smooth track just because Avenger was doing good. And it looks like Tropical Thunder is not going to make it out for racing. It's going to be Wrenchhead doing a buy run. So I guess they'll be saving that truck for freestyle. Wrenchhead, Jackson Mazzaros, who's, I mean, a premier racer here in the long game. I've put him over many times. We'll see how he does. He's not going to be able to worry about anybody, but he still wants to get a good time.
That big Chevy is just roaring and ready at the line to take off. He's going to have to put down a good run, make a good impression here in racing tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, he raced that Blue Thunder, that big Ford last weekend. It was Ford versus Chevy, and the Ford managed to pull out. Jackson so far having a good start to his lap.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a free spot. Oh, look out. He got way out of shape there. That's kind of uncharacteristic for him. I mean,
going a
wow.
little slow on 2 wheels. Nice
Man,
save for him. It's not time for freestyle yet, Wrenchhead.
No, but it's very, like I said, it's uncharacteristic. He's going to be able to go hit a straight shot here, but that was kind of a wild run. I'm surprised.
Wasn't the smoothest lap we've seen so far tonight, but at least he was able to get across the line.
Yeah, we'll see another look at it here. I mean, if you just want to get a really clean look at how this course is supposed to work, I mean, they go outside and then come back around and then go inside, but these turns are tight. It's hard to know how hard did you hit that turn. That's the real thing he's struggling with here.
Right there is where he popped it into reverse, trying to get that truck straight. You know, he doesn't want to break any equipment early on here tonight, especially in racing. He wants to have the ability to go out and get some freestyle.
And Pro Stadium Truck, some highlights here. Jeff Hoy and the Monster Patrol versus Thomas Ray White, the points leader. This course was no easier on the trucks as Thomas Ray White, uncharacteristically as well, rolls over onto his roof, sending Jeff Hoy to the finals. And Pat Rudisil and Beetlejuice going up against Dan Sutter and Tough and Ugly, both 2 trucks that have never made it to the semifinals before, going up against each other in a relatively even race, but Tough and Ugly is having a tough and ugly time with this course. Got way out of shape here and ripped the whole rear axle out. So 2 semifinal races that resulted in breakage or rollovers, with the victors going on to an easy win to the finals. It's a great story for Pat Rudisil here going up against Jeff Hoy, who's been trailing Thomas Ray White all season in the points. They are doing a really good job here, and Pat Rudisell made up a lot of good ground here, especially on a course like this. It's not really the same, and just like Thomas Ray White, you see Jeff Hoy going over there, and what a great story it is for Rudisell. So they've been at the bottom of the pack all season, and he's going to wreck it here, but the Orlando fans are really happy to see him get his first win here in the Pro Stadium Truck Competition. And you can see our points so far this season. Jeff Hoy finally dethrones Thomas Ray White, and Monster Patrol is in the lead. So Thomas Ray White and Rory Campbell will be battling over second place. Ralph Massey always trailing behind in the Cajun Spice, and Darren Fry and Lil Beast barely making it to the top 5, but he's still holding his position there with an 18. And these guys have been going at it hard all season. It's not just the monster trucks out here that are throwing it down.
Meeting the first time tonight at the line, it is Developed Terran and El Toro Loco, the Crazy Bull.
Terran's had a wild racing season too. I mean, we've seen him roll over plenty of times, but he's kind of held his own every once in a while. We'll see what he does against Alston. I mean, this truck looks mean.
They are off the line. Looks like Avenger may have got him, just barely.
He has a real tight setup on that truck. El Toro Loco already kind of losing it. But they're both dead even in this turn here.
El Toro Loco's keeping up though.
Yeah, that has to be the main thing. I mean, this is such a long course. If you make a mistake
he
early
gets
on,
off the track on 2 wheels. That's it for El Toro Loco.
Make a mistake early on, it might not cost you forever, but that was it right there.
That's the end of El Toro's racing night.
Yeah.
Avenger able to cross the line on all 4.
Avenger's got a lot of luck on his side, because I mean, both its opponents have rolled over. We saw Cora rolling over, we saw Terran rolling over. I mean, it's a testament to this course for sure. Just how steep the dirt on this track is, because you look at that grass. It doesn't really look like on this screen, but look at how far down that goes. That's at least about 2 or 3 feet of a drop. So these drivers are really in a rough way here. They're almost trying to not fall off a cliff in these races. But we're going to see Avenger go into the finals. Alston, once again, making it to the end of the pack. And we'll see who wins this next race here.
Pulling to the line again for the first time tonight, Danny and Executioner, your current points leader. He'll be taking on Wrenched, Jackson Mazzaros, that big Chevy. Both big Chevys out here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is a lineup. You know, as far as we get down to the end of this racing bracket, this is kind of a who's who of who's going to be, you know, really leading at the end of this season in the points with the racing competition. I mean, Jackson Mazzaros and Danny, they're both great competitors. I think Jackson's got a lot to prove. He's never won a racing so far yet this season, and to knock off Danny would be amazing.
And he has come close, but as we saw from his first lap here tonight, he was very out of shape. Now let's see if that'll happen to him again. On 2 wheels, it is.
Oh no!
What a roll! I
mean, the determination there. He really wanted to win it, but that truck was just too far gone. In the same corner as Terran as well. I mean, that's really significant.
You can see him there resting by the wall.
I think having a real tight setup on this track is kind of the key, because when you get in those corners, I mean, something about that dirt maybe, it just really kind of, the truck hikes up a lot easier with a higher center of gravity, but with those real tight, low setups that you see on Avenger or Executioner, I mean, they're really hitting those turns really great. And, I mean, we're gonna see a pretty evenly matched up finals, I can tell you that much. And we see our collision decision tonight. It's not one truck, it's not 2 trucks, but it is the corner in which they rolled over in. That turn is going to win. And our jammer question, who was the only truck to race nobody tonight? Comment below if you got the right answer. You might get some cool prizes, or most likely a shout out in the next video, and hopefully you'll be luckier than these 2 guys.
And I believe meeting for the first time this season in the championship race, it'll be Danny and Executioner taking on Trevor in Avenger.
This was definitely bound to happen.
These have been 2 of some of the hardest going racers this season. These guys, I do believe, each have a racing win. Let's see who will pull another one.
We had to be quiet there just to feel those revs, those RPMs. I mean, just the power these trucks are putting out there. And this is a dead even race. I mean, I can't wait to see how that's going to finish.
So close, heading over those rollers. Avenger out of shape, Executioner out of shape. It all comes down to the turn. Who's going to get it? And it looks like Executioner may have got it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Executioner! What a roll!
Only one.
And Avenger saves it!
Oh my gosh.
What a race there. Wow.
Is there a better finish to a racing competition than that? I mean, that was the closest race of the night. It was like the unstoppable force most of the immovable object, and they eventually had to give at the end. Danny with one of the biggest wrecks we've seen out of him all season. And look at this. They're dead even through the whole race.
Avenger had him there going over the rollers. It must have came down to that last turn and coming over those ramps. As you can see, Executioner and Avenger both got out of shape. The Executioner just clipped the rollers, got the worst of it.
These are some steep jumps too. I mean, these are some really devastating wrecks. We're hopefully going to get a camera down there and see what happened. I mean, he thankfully landed right in the pit area as they're trying to flip this truck back over. But man, the crowd loved that, and that's the kind of drama you really expect here in this kind of series. Is those guys throwing down so hard as we see the finals of our racing. Executioner wins it again, but we'll see if he comes back for freestyle. It's gonna take a village to bring that thing back together.
That truck definitely had a hard hit, and although with not the most exciting racing competition other than the finals, it was a definitely fun one here tonight. Seeing these guys go at it, some of the heaviest hitter of racers here tonight.
Yeah, and it was definitely a matter of survival, and hopefully freestyle is going to be somewhat similar, but without as many wrecks or not so many early on. But we're glad you came to tune in with us here in Orlando. Freestyle should be even crazier than this. Now it's time for the jam.